Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name's Dylan. Thank you so much for coming by. So this channel, the Rideshare Hub, is a place for Uber, Lyft, Instacart, Postmates, Uber Eats, DoorDash, literally any gig working job, any way that you want to make extra money. That's what we talk about here. And today I'm super excited that the Rideshare Hub has officially partnered with Gridwise. Gridwise is an app for gig workers. It helps them make more money and actually save literally thousands of dollars on taxes. If you've never tracked your miles before and you just use Uber and Lyft's tracking, you are literally missing out on potentially thousands and thousands of dollars. So if you use the link in the description down below that I'm gonna use, we have a custom link. It's gonna be free. You're gonna be able to get free unlimited miles tracking. And they're gonna provide you with a report at the end of all the miles that you've driven, and you're gonna use that number instead of Uber and Lyft's number or Instacart's number or whatever. Because why? Uber and Lyft, when they track your miles, they're only tracking the miles during trips. What about when you're going to the gas station? What about when you're going to get food? What about when you're on your way home? What about when you're driving to an event or to a more popular area because you're in the middle of nowhere and you turn your app off? A lot of times, when I drive, I'm driving home at the end of the night, I turn my app off because I don't want any rides. But still, technically, I'm driving home from work. So it's a business mile that Gridwise tracks. So there's a lot of miles, like literally thousands and thousands of miles potentially, that are not being tracked. But if you use the link down below, Gridwise is going to track it. So I'm gonna get into the full app review of Gridwise, but I just wanted to say, like, if you download Gridwise for one reason and one reason only, it's for the fact that you can get unlimited free tracking, mileage tracking. And most other apps, mileage tracking apps, you have to pay like $5–10 a month, which honestly is super worth it because you're gonna save so much money. But hey, Gridwise is free, so why not use Gridwise? So without further ado, I'm just going to get into all of the app functionalities of Gridwise and why I think it's the #1 best app for gig workers. It's really awesome. So yeah, I'm just gonna sync up my phone here and we can all go along together. Okay, so here is the app. I have it downloaded right next to Instacart, Postmates, Uber Eats. I literally have every single gig app ever, including Tinder and Bumble, because hey, you know what? But yeah, here, let's click on Gridwise. Shut door. Thank you. So right off the bat, you can start tracking. You just turn it on and yeah, it'll start tracking your miles for you, your time for you. It shows the weather. Great, I love the weather. No, that's not really the important part. The important part is having Uber on and Lyft on. That's what I have on, and they show all these events and stuff going on. Gridwise Plus, if you want the extra stuff, if you want the simple stuff, yeah, you can just get it for free. So with that being said, the best functionalities that I love about Gridwise, #1, I already talked about it before, but it is the mileage tracking. Again, I cannot harp on this enough, but if you are not tracking your miles on an Excel sheet or a spreadsheet, or if you already are, or if you're just using Uber and Lyft, use Gridwise's instead. Again, you're gonna save potentially thousands and thousands of dollars. Why? Because every single mile that you put in your car while you're working one of these gig apps is a tax deduction, meaning money that you don't pay in taxes. I know, I thought that was really crazy at first, and actually I don't blame you if you don't know how it works, but basically, let's say you go out and you make $100, right, on Uber, but you put on 100 miles on your car. Well, you don't have to pay tax on that full 100 amount if you put down that you drove 100 miles, because now you're only being taxed on about half of that money. So you're gonna save a lot more, because the 55 miles, you can multiply that by 55 cents or 58 cents or whatever it is at the time that you're watching this per mile. And so you're only gonna be taxed on like $54. So your tax bill at the end of the year could be crazy high if you don't track your miles. That's why it's really important to track your miles. Yeah, okay. The second thing that I really like about Gridwise is that it's gonna show you where to drive. So when you're driving in a new area, for instance, or when I first started, it took me about 6 months to really know where are the best spots to drive. And at first I was wasting a lot of time, and you know, I was just sitting around. I was like, you know what, should I sit around and wait for rides to come? What should I do? But after a while, I figured out, well, you know, I'm driving in Orange County. I know Laguna Beach is really popular. I know Newport Beach is really popular. Irvine at certain times is more popular than other times, because if you don't know Orange County, it's fine. But basically, Irvine is like the business center, Newport and Laguna is like the beach town. So I would stay away from Irvine during the day, but you definitely want to go there, you know, because they have an airport there in the morning, in the evening, during rush hour and stuff. And then go to the beaches, you know, during the day, because that's when people go to the beach, right? Year round too, I know. Welcome to California. The third thing that I really like about Gridwise is that they show you when to drive as well. This was something that I personally struggled with a lot as a new driver, literally for the first year of driving. And I know what you're saying, Dylan, like, Dylan, you couldn't figure it out. Well, the thing is, guys, is that stuff changes year round, especially in California. Like, especially by area too. Like if you go up to LA or down in Orange County, it's literally a vastly different world. I figured out sooner than later that I needed to wake up at like 5, 6 a.m. to start making money. And from 5 to 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., it was really, really busy. But then from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., it was literally dead. I was waiting 30 minutes in between rides. And then from 3 to 7, it started getting busy again. And then after that, it was like dead. Every single day, literally doesn't matter. Any day of the week, it was like that. On the weekends, a little bit different. But just for example, it took me so long to figure that out. And then when you go to LA, it's the exact opposite. People don't have normal jobs there. Everyone's a freaking entrepreneur or Instagram model or whatever. So nobody has a 9-to-5 job. So it's literally the opposite. No one wakes up early. I mean, some people do, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like if you live in a big city, your times are gonna be different. So Gridwise helps you decide, shows you where people are gathering. That's the thing about point number 3. They show you where people are gathering. And then point number, I was saying earlier, is that they're showing you when people are gathering too, when people need more rides. The next reason why I really like Gridwise, this is kind of like a hidden gem about Gridwise, but they have these really nice articles that they write. I don't know, I mean, they don't really like advertise that as like one of the best reasons to download Gridwise. I mean, you can find articles anywhere, but I don't know if they have like full-time bloggers or full-time writers, but it literally looks like it was written from a driver's perspective, but somebody who like, I don't know, has a degree in communication or something. Really, really well written out. We actually did a video on, they answered a question. It was like, can Uber and Lyft drivers and gig workers still work while collecting unemployment benefits? And it was like usually, you know, you read about unemployment benefits for Uber drivers. Most of them are like, oh my gosh, it's just like so negative. But Gridwise actually offers solutions, shows you from a driver's perspective, like how to get more money, answers the question. It's a little bit of a tricky question, so check that video out. And a lot of it does vary by state, but they go through literally every 50 states. So like, I don't know, the articles are just really, really good. And I think it's just an undervalued function that they have on their app. So yeah, I really do actually like their articles are really, really good. So, I mean, yeah, again, all of these features you can find in the app if you use the link in the description down below. Another proponent of, wow, proponent, what a big word, Dylan, good job. Yes, I went to UC Berkeley. I know, I studied vocabulary there. No, it was probably writing those 20, 30 page papers, which, why? I don't know. No, another proponent of Gridwise that is really good is the airport feature. I personally don't really like, I kind of stay away from airports. I don't know why. I just never was really a fan of driving around airports. It's, you know, as an Uber and Lyft driver, but a lot of people I know like have that built into their strategy. If you love driving airports, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love getting airport rides, but like I don't like go and sit and wait at the airport queue, you know? Like if I get a ride at the airport, great, I'll get one there and try to get one on the way out. But like, I'm not like, you know, sitting at the airport queue. But Gridwise, this is really, really good. They have basically like, they track flights and stuff. Like, I don't know, like they must have some really, really good engineers over there because they have like these crazy data points where they literally show you when airports are busy, when flights are coming in, and you know, you could, you know, look up flights online, go to Southwest or Kayak. I mean, you could spend literally days researching all this stuff and still not know what the heck, because there's so many flights. But somehow Gridwise has compiled all this data and given Uber and Lyft drivers like what they need to know, because it's from the driver's perspective. So they do all the hard work for you. And again, it's free. So, you know, time is money. You don't want to spend all your time looking up airport times when Gridwise is just handing it over to you. They do have a paid version of this that I think that's where they make a lot of their money, is from people paying. But the free version still shows a lot. So like, you don't need the paid version. You can just get the free one. And if later down on the line you figured out, wow, I saved $10,000 doing taxes thanks to Gridwise, maybe I'll spend the money to get their upgrade. I don't know. But yeah, you can get it for free. And if you like airports, this could help you out a lot. The next one, this is, I guess, the best part of it, is that it analyzes your earnings. The greatest thing about Gridwise is that it's compatible with Uber, Lyft, Instacart. Here, I have the list pulled up right here. It's compatible with Uber, Lyft, Via, Uber Eats, Postmates, DoorDash, Instacart, Grubhub, Get, Amazon Flex, Shipt, Z-Trip, Curb, Arrow, Safer, and more. Yeah, I think I said pretty much all the big ones. And they basically show you how, like, you know, where you're making the most amount of money. So if they find out that you're making, you know, on Mondays you're making more money driving Uber, but on Tuesdays you're making more doing Instacart, and then on Thursdays you're making more doing DoorDash, they're gonna show you what days you're making, like basically how to make the most amount of money. They analyze your earnings, which is crazy. Like basically anything that you think that would help you as an Uber and a Lyft driver or a gig worker, like for any of those platforms, they have. That's just the best thing, because we all like money. We all want to know how to make more money. So that's probably the best feature of it, just plain and simple, because it shows you actually how to make more money. But I do like the mileage tracking feature the best, I have to say. Where is Gridwise available? They're in most major cities, and I was also talking to them, and they have like a big radius around them. I know some other companies, like, I don't want to like put anybody down, but like some companies are like really small. Like if they say, oh yeah, sign up in LA, and if you're like literally outside of LA by 5 miles, they're like, sorry, we can't help you. Gridwise is like, if you're in Orange County, which is like 50, 60 miles, 70 miles away, and Gridwise says they're available in LA, like you're fine, like you're chilling, bro. You can use Gridwise if you're in like a nearby town. They're not gonna kick you off. And you don't need to like stay in that area. Like you can drive other places too. So yeah, guys, that's literally it. I know it's a longer video, but I just wanted to share with you guys everything about Gridwise. Definitely download Gridwise. If you want to get paid more, just try it out. I don't want to force you guys to do anything you don't want to do, but chances are you're going to download it and you're going to love it and you're going to keep it and you're probably going to use it every single day. That's all I have for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later, guys. Peace.